Oh man. It's smoking, ain't it?
This mug still hitting hard.
It's been like, what, 2 hours?
Like 3 damn near. That's crazy. That's insane.
It's all about the fluff.
All about the fluff, boy. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy GENPRI back with another video. Got my cousin, my guy right here.
What's up, y'all? What's happening? What's happening?
This is your boy KillaRon, alright? Just made a YouTube channel. Literally just created him a YouTube channel like a couple minutes ago. It's finna be crazy, man. I'm gonna put a link to the channel in his description. Go subscribe to your boy right now. You already got some crazy ideas. Everything finna be going insane. You ain't gonna wanna miss this. I promise you.
Y'all gonna know who I am. Trust me, y'all gonna know who I am.
You don't wanna be late on it. You wanna be able to say, I'm an OG. I've been there since the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So go subscribe. You don't want to miss out. If you don't subscribe, you a sucker.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, what up?
Alright, so today we damn bro, what you trying to call me?
At this time,
This is my brother.
at this moment.
You gonna have to hold on just a second because we trying to get this video done. Today we are reacting to a video that Jubilee just did 2 days ago. The title is 6 Muslims versus 1 secret non-Muslim. Now me and him both come from Muslim families, come from a Muslim background, so I was finna react to it myself. I got to think about him. You already wanted to get his YouTube channel started. I'm like,
Why not?
yeah, let's do it together. We're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna be looking at how they operate around each other, things they talk about, pausing it here and there and discussing the talking points, things they said, how it affects us, how we feel about it, like how we move as Muslims in the world. And that's just that. So let's just get into the video.
What comes to your mind when you think of Muslims? Do you put them in a box based on biases heard from the media, your peers, or just unknown sources? As you play along this episode of Odd Man Out, think of how you pick them.
We brought together 7 Muslims.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslimah.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
One is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, they win the entire prize.
I feel like if I was in the show, I could peep out who's really is and who really ain't.
Also, there's a surprise this episode.
But
Not that the
It's
cast
about,
is all
I don't know,
moles,
it's just
but
about them.
for the
like,
first time, the prize
the
money
way
will
you move
decrease for
your
each round the players
emotions, you know,
continue past round
as
2.
a, you know,
We're like
as
the
a
families
Muslim.
from
I mean, some even
Pakistan.
the ones that's not practicing.
Wow. Yeah.
so some of the people, alright, so that's the thing about these Jubilee Odd Man Out episodes. Some of these people be some real good actors at hiding, like good at hiding who they are. Like it be some where I be like, it's that person. I know it is, and it do not be them. So don't underestimate that, bro.
You don't think so?
But if you can figure it out, shit, try to figure it out for real.
Alright, for sure. For sure.
We're like the families from Pakistan. Same. Wow. Yeah.
What part?
Karachi.
Oh, Karachi. Islamabad. Yeah, I'm also Pakistani too, but I'm from Karachi as well.
I mean, my family, we're just from New York, but I know that my grandfather had converted to Muslim.
I'm Palestinian.
Oh yeah.
Parents born, raised there, first generation.
I'm Jordanian, which is next to Palestine.
I
Yeah.
lived in Amman for 2 years when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
I just came from Amman like 2.5 years ago.
Cool.
So I'm new here in the States.
Yeah, I'm from Bangladesh.
Oh, okay.
Silat. My parents are from first generation as well.
How did your family implement Islam growing up?
Albab was asking a lot of questions, and she was kind of trying to get information out of the others, so I suspected that.
My community growing up wasn't there. Was a lot of white people, Latino people, and I always felt like I was the only Muslim.
No, I relate to that too because, like, I mean, like I'm African American, you know, so like I think it's like not expected of me to be, but growing up, like that's just what I was taught, like from my father, from my grandfather. You know, after my father had passed away, you know, like it made me like look at everything he taught me, you know. So I got right back into it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, growing up Muslim, my mom's white, so it was kind of like a half culture, you know.
Yeah.
But I did the Sunday school thing, and I like finished the Quran twice, so it wasn't as like strict Muslim.
I come from a Muslim family. My mom is not strict. However, she wears hijab, but she never enforced it on us. Like she always tells us when it's the right time for you and you feel it within your heart that you want to wear hijab, then you're gonna wear hijab.
I was looking for like little clues, and I know with like Zaina,
so?
she wore an evil eye.
I'm
and like
evil.
my
That's
mom
what I was
taught
thinking
me
about. I'm iffy about that.
in
You know what I'm
Islam,
saying?
like the evil
'Cause in
eye, like
Islam,
you're not supposed
not
to
even
wear
with me.
that.
What's it
Like
like
the
being Muslim
tattoo that
person?
I have
We
right
found
here.
like the hardest.
And that's a good thing. Even the tattoo that I have right here, you know, when I got this, I was going through like a rough moment. But in Islam, we've kind of frowned on this because the thought of the things that come behind, though, one seeing eye, the all seeing eye, the Illuminati and everything else. and it got a lot to do with the devil. So by me being a Muslim, we don't interact with the devil. We don't try to cross anything with the devil. So that thing that was on her neck, that's why if you looked at my reaction when I seen it, I was like, I don't know.
But think about this. You having that on your arm is gonna make me question your faith, your iman, how much of a Muslim you are. So why should you do the same with her? And if she was a fake, don't you think if she cared enough to make sure she wasn't seen as that, she would have took that off, consciously took that off?
But a lot of people, and that's another thing, a lot of people, you know, if you try to like to portray something, or say if she was a fake, you know what I'm saying? She probably did her research. Don't get me wrong, she probably did her research. But at the same time, she could have slipped up. You never know. You could try to study something to the T, you know, and at the end of the day, if you don't know it to the full max, thing is, I've been raised up in it. This is about me doing it because I was rebellious, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know her situation, but just listening to her, my mom, you know, she was raised Muslim and everything else. My mom wasn't strict or anything like that. And, you know, she's not from America, from what she's saying. She's not from America. You can hear it in her accent. Right. People out there, bro, no matter if she said her mom is strict, people out there are strict about the religion. So the all-seeing eye and all that stuff, if she did any type of research, I don't think she'd be rocking that. She would be rocking that around.
So you think she might be the fake?
She might be the fake, but
we gotta see some more.
Yeah, let's keep continuing.
Being Muslim, at least maybe here.
Being Muslim for me, it's funny because, you know, I'm very liberal, I guess, in a way. It's hard because some people, again, just put you in a box and they're like, wait, but you're not wearing a hijab and, you know, you wear tank tops.
My mom wears the hijab. I've always kind of envied that, like, she can wear her Islam, like, publicly outside. Because, like, sometimes I'll see another lady walking down the street wearing a hijab and I want to say Assalamu alaikum, but I don't want to just be like some random guy who she might, like, be afraid of on the street just trying to talk to her. For high school, I went to a Catholic all-guys school, so that was very different.
When he mentioned that he went to a Catholic school, I was a bit thrown off because you would assume that they would go to a school based off of their religion.
It was like, it was a school that was close by, and my mom, like, wanted me to, like, all boys, I don't want, like, you with girls around kind of thing.
I went to Mesmer, that's a Catholic school.
And for her, it was just, it's still like, it's another religious institution that's going to be teaching, like, similar values and just, like, morals kind of stuff. Okay. Sorry.
They all over her.
You know, she didn't get to really talk a lot. And again, she said she was like, you know, half white. And so it seemed very obvious.
That's not fair. That's judging so wrong.
That's not fair.
There's plenty Caucasian Muslims, plenty.
We love you so much. Thank you so much. Alhamdulillah.
Because I'm half white, I think it definitely made people suspicious of me because I don't look Pakistani at all, so they'd probably think that I was lying when I told them that.
Okay. All right, let me say this. All right.
Stuff a lot.
So a lot of people have the complete misconception of who Muslims are. They think Arabs. They think Arabs all the time. And that's not the case. There are Muslims of every single nationality.
They think you gotta be a different race to be a Muslim. No matter what, like if you was Pakistani or Indian or anything like that.
Dude, the biggest what is it? I think the biggest Muslim country in the world is Malaysia. And Malaysians are Asian, right?
No,
I think Malaysia is Asia. That's Asia.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, it's either Asia or India. I'm not sure. I think that's Asia. Yeah, Malaysians are Asian. Yep, because they even look a little bit like Japanese people a little bit. Some of them. That's Asian people. And that's the biggest Muslim country in the world. So you can't. People got these biases. That's just not right.
Yeah, that's just wrong. Because even in my life experience, you know, I ran across. You know, I went to an Arab school at one point, a Islam school, and you know, not to talk bad or anything about them, but one thing they used to be asked was, you know, how are you Muslim? You're black. What do that mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they ask you that?
Yeah. And then peep this. My name is Burundi. So it's not a Muslim name, but it is a unique name. So anytime I said that, you know, that kind of already like excluded me out of being Muslim. But when I hear my middle name, which I try not to tell people my middle name just to see how they would treat me. But when I tell my middle name, Yusuf, oh, alhamdulillah, you know. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you know, that's haram. And haram means that, you know, that's really like forbidden to do something like that. The judge.
The man in somebody's heart, the judge, they think like they level, like if they're Muslim or not. Like if somebody tell you they're Muslim, as a Muslim, you're supposed to believe them. Until they give you like reason or show that they're not in a like a very objective way, you're supposed to believe them.
I'm iffy about the guy in the blue jean jacket because he was saying like giving his salams to people, and you know sometimes he iffy to say assalamu alaikum to somebody and they feel like you know look at him like a creep. If you see somebody that's Muslim, regardless 24/7, you give your salams out no matter what, and you get the biggest blessings off that. The first person that said assalamu alaikum get blessings off that. So in my mind, he should know no matter what, you shouldn't be looked at as a creep or anything like that. You say assalamu alaikum and go about your business. They don't say it back. Hey, that's them. God Allah would take that up with them. So continue the video.
Actual
questions.
It's like,
Can we talk about like Ramadan for everyone?
Yeah.
That's just like what is like fasting, what it feels like for you, what your family does.
It's like being around people who are not like doing it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
your friends want to hang
yeah,
out.
like, bro, like, let's go get food.
I'll watch you guys
I'm
eat.
like, yeah.
And sometimes like watching people eat for me, it like helps. Like I don't know why I used to work
watching Food Network.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like a torture kind of thing for ourselves.
I've heard from like my family back home too. At least like it is this case in Karachi, but like what's nice is that in Ramadan they close the restaurants and stuff until iftar, so it makes it even easier for you to like go ahead and still practice because you know sometimes you're out like go out with your friends and eat like not eat but like just watch them and they'll be like I don't want to eat in front of you. Are you okay? I'm
it's like bro, it's cool.
The recent Ramadan, like,
know that
it
experience.
was a time when I was a bit younger and it was when I was in high school and I was going through like a very like rebellious time. It was during Ramadan when I just like I had this like realization like I'm not doing the right thing right now. And it was that time where I really like transformed.
The reason I was suspicious of Ayan, I feel like anytime I'd peek around, I just saw him like scanning everybody, kind of looking a little fidgety. Someone would say something, and then he'd be, "Oh yeah, me too."
I try to fast at least like 3 to 4 days out of the week. Just to kind of give myself that opportunity to do it. There was 1 month I did it every day. It was like the best month. It really is. But
once you get used to it, you would get it. Like it was hard for me when I was younger to fast all the days.
No alcohol or like no pork. You guys like feel strongly about one thing about Islam, but like not about the others.
I mean, I feel very strongly about like not eating pork. I just remember, you know, that's like something that my father really like told me, you know, like pork is swine, you know, so like I stay like completely away from it, you know.
I
not sure.
We'd be like,
He'd be
if
real
like
broad.
Allah came down right now and said it's okay. Like I still don't think.
At this point, I don't know who it is. I'm interested.
Exactly.
Good blue hair. He's not really giving details.
For me, I also think the no alcohol thing is pretty big for me also because I learned in middle school is like the mother of all sins, so I really stay away from that.
I say Omari. Well, he got the name Omari, but he can't go based off of that.
Muhammad is a Muslim name, but everybody got Muhammad. You know, that's a common popular name. Look it up.
I was like, dang.
It felt like there was more pressure just to find them all quicker, and I feel like I wanted to get into some deeper questions.
Raise your hand if you're certain that the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue the game.
Like, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how devout do you guys think you are?
Okay, for me, around 6 years ago, I had a very bad car accident, and I was almost dead. Like, I stayed in the hospital for 3 months, and I have a scar in my face now, if you can see it. It was a very bad experience, however, it got me closer to Allah. A car hit us, and I had to go through the front window. I thank God I'm alive, that I'm healthy, that there's nothing wrong.
I'd say like I'm like a 5 because I don't really have anyone like that's like, you know, that's just not like within like my family big like that, you know, so the lessons that we're taught, you know what I'm saying, that's I embody those, maybe not all the, you know, the other things that come with it, you know.
Can we talk about an experience where you
It's him because, bro, he's saying surface level stuff that anybody can say about any religion. He's not giving details about Islam. Like, it's certain things with Islam that's like, everybody else is giving details on things that go on only in Islam. He's saying stuff you can say about Christianity, Hinduism. Yeah, I wasn't doing things right, but then I came back to it.
I agree, but I disagree because he could be like me, a person that's Muslim, and I say I'm Muslim. Do I move like a Muslim 24/7? No. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's perfect.
As you see, I got tattoos and stuff like that. If I was in this, you know, predicament around Muslims, I kind of feel uncomfortable because of my lack of knowledge of what everybody else would know. So I kind of feel for him right now. You know what I'm saying? If he is Muslim, I kind of feel for him because it's like you're trying to coast with everybody, but at the same time, you don't want to say too much because it could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know yet. I'm not iffy about him yet. It's other ones that I am iffy about though.
I say dude with the blue hair.
You think so?
I think so. It gotta be.
You better not have seen this.
No, I didn't watch it.
We talk about an experience where you encountered someone that was speaking down on you or whatnot.
For me, it was maybe I think my sophomore year of high school. I got this one sweatshirt that like had in Arabic written "Nasha in Yadum," and under in English "This too shall pass." And some random kid who I didn't know like skates up to me and says like, "Oh, so you're a terrorist?" I was just like taken aback. I was like, "Excuse me." I think I was like 15. But that was like the first time for me that I really like experienced it, and it was just a little like, whoa, like where does this come from? This kid looked like he was 12. He looked younger than me, but he already has these ideas of like, oh, you're a terrorist just because you have like maybe some Arabic written on your sweatshirt. Almost every time I've gone to the airport, whether it was with my family or by myself, and any of us would be pulled to the side for a little random search. There is definite kind of prejudice involved in that, I believe.
I can go. It was basically it was in middle school, and we were in PE class, and a kid goes up to me, because he heard my last name. And he called me a terrorist, and I completely lost myself and started cursing at him. But then afterwards, I had this whole realization, like, that's not what I
It's a tie between all of them.
There was a 5-way tie.
Oh my God. Everybody knows somebody else.
So each person would be asked one question by any other participant.
Why were you put into a Catholic school?
Honestly, it was 3 minutes from our house. My parents wanted a school that would teach similar values.
Are you a Muslim?
Wallahi, I'm Muslim.
Like, what's the biggest thing to you that means that you're Muslim?
So I was hijabi in high school, but then when I entered like UCLA, I took off my scarf. But I think that because of this, I actually grew closer.
Yeah, like wallahi, like that's swearing to God, but like that's something you never want to do. If something is not true, do not say wallahi unless your life is in danger or something. And it's some way somehow. Nobody.
God don't want you to be stupid. If your guy got a gun up to your head and somebody be like, if you Muslim, I'm gonna kill you. You be like, I swear to God, I'm not Muslim. You know, that's a difference.
Because wallahi is an Arabic word, like so you don't even have to be Muslim. You can say wallahi, but it's still like in Islam in particular, like that has heavy weight to it. Like don't use that. The fact that she said that, like she know how important it is. Like you know.
Right.
Would you mind listing all 5 prayers and like when in the day that they happen?
The rapper.
Dang, well, I don't know why I'm on the spot right now. But you know, it's
5 prayers.
It's like morning. I watch my dad do it a lot. You know?
What was like the point that?
Wait. What she asked him? I said the next comment and I didn't. Hold on. It's him. It's him, bro. I told you. Like,
would you mind listing all 5 prayers and like when in the day that they happen?
Dang, well, I don't know why I'm on the spot right now. But you know, it's crap. It's like morning. I watch my dad do it a lot.
It was like the point that, like that turned you to find.
And that's the thing. Pause.
This is space, bro. This is space.
Thing is, if you ask me right now, name all the prayers, I wouldn't know the name of all the prayers.
You're gonna know at least one.
At least one. But then again, I know the timing of the prayers, like Fajr, early in the morning. That's before the sun come up. Then you got your noon prayer. Ask me the name of that prayer, I wouldn't know what it is. But 9 times out of 10, I would know the timing of prayers. So
he didn't know the time.
He messing me up right now,
one name. It's Umari, bro. It's Dax. It's the Dax clone.
A lot of like bad things, like, and my whole family's really religious, so I'm from Bangladesh. Like, you want me to Bengali that's not Muslim, you know?
How can you be exempt from fasting? Do you know?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are very sick and you are under medication and stretching your life, you should not fast. Especially for elder people.
I'm already gone, bro.
They picking the wrong people right now to me. Like he answered his. Oh man, I think because he went to a Catholic school. That's not fair. That's not fair.
She the only one who still believe the mole is still in the box. It's gonna turn red. It's the Omari. Told you, it's Omari.
Oh, bro.
Told you.
I was ready to celebrate, bro.
It's the necklace, bro.
It's gotta be her.
She fit the character very well, but the reason why I didn't go further with it was because I had met Muslims who were like her.
No, but I really want to tell you the truth. I know a lot of Quran. I've studied Quran.
Were you raised up in another religion? Or are you ex-Muslim?
No. I'm Christian.
Not so like that, because it's like.
But
that's where she's from that made her
but we are only 2% out of the population in Jordan. We're very, very few.
She get all the money. Wow.
wudu every day. Sorry guys, I didn't.
It
was kind of, I felt bad because they're all nice, because I know I'm a liar, and they're all super sweet.
You know, I'm not as knowledgeable, and I'm not.
I
have tattoos. You know, I don't follow necessarily.
He like me. You're like anybody that he's like you in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know about Islam.
Like, ways we
you
practice,
know,
and
you
we
strongly
understand that just
believe in
because
it. But at the end of the day, you know, you got your flaws. Like I said, ain't no Muslim perfect, but you got your flaws. But you still acknowledge that you're a Muslim, and he probably lack on certain things. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, bro. I'm good on character, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
I feel so bad.
I'm the winner right here.
I feel bad. Mario, sorry. Like, cause I feel bad cause now that's like me feeling like the judgmentals of thinking just cause you don't know this, you're not Muslim. But it's a video where we're supposed to be guessing who not, so.
And Pete, it's disbelievers. Like, for example, the CIA, FBI, they know a lot about. They probably know more about Islam than me. Arabic. Because the thing is, they gotta study them things. You know what I'm saying? So if they came around, they could be saying they Muslim all day, but really don't be Muslim at all. It's just they got the knowledge. Just because you got the knowledge of something, your heart ain't there.
Yeah, a lot of them, they go overseas, they study Arabic fluently just to be able to understand the language and whatnot. And then, Arabic doesn't have nothing to do with Arabic is the main language of Islam, but it doesn't make you Muslims because you speak Arabic, but they study it.
You know, I don't follow necessarily the guidelines. I'm not strict with it. You know, I just know that it's a personal relationship.
We all have our own ways we practice, and we understand that just because somebody practices it a little bit less or a little bit more doesn't make them any more of a Muslim than the other person.
Hi, my name is Ragni Basin, and I directed this episode of Odd Man Out. And if you'd like to play along in the next episode, you can go to our Instagram page.
Wow.
What you learn?
I feel so salty, bro. Why get the salt off my shoulder, bro?
Get a little bit off that shoulder too. Got a little bit of your hair, bro. But alright.
I feel so salty. Like, I was so dead set on it being Amari. Like, I'm like, bro, I couldn't wait. The same way he jumped up, I couldn't wait. I'm like, I knew it. Like, cause I was waiting for him. Like, I know this dude. I don't care. I feel salty. But I learned that, like, well, I mean, I've been knew this. It's different levels to it, you know? It's different levels to it because it's certain things you're supposed to do as a Muslim, but everybody's not perfect. We all have our own battles, our own race. We move our own way. But at the end of the day, it really is about having a relationship with Allah. Like, as long as you know that He's there, He has your back, and you move off of that accordingly, I feel like you're Muslim. Like, you believe, whether you pray 5 times a day, whether you do certain things you're supposed to do fast during Ramadan, like, you believe in God and Allah, and that makes you, in my opinion, that makes you Muslim, and that's that. What about you, bro?
Exactly what he said. I'm totally with what he said. Man, at the end of the day, you know, you should be less judgmental and really, you know, listen to people. You know, listen to what they saying. And you know, the dead giveaway about her was her story. You know, about her mom and stuff like that. If you're raised in a household, you know, of a Muslim mother and stuff like that, or a Muslim father, they strictly on that. Like, you gotta wear your scarf, you gotta this, they gotta that, and it's your choice if you want to do it or not, but that's with you and Allah, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, like, I've seen a lot of people in here, they're not covered up, but that's their choice. She's not gonna put it off on her mama. She's not gonna say, yeah, my mom, you know, say when it's time is right, I can wear my scarf and this. It's like, no, your mom will be on you regardless, because if she's truly in her religion, she's gonna tell you, you need to wear your scarf. You know, you're a woman, and you're not a little girl now, and you know, you gotta present yourself as a Muslim. But you know, if she was just a dead giveaway to me. I'm just happy, you know, I'm right, you know, it's a good feeling. You know, I got the W on that one.
I should when he said that, like, I should have definitely took heed to it, because like, I know, like, in terms, like, I've dealt with women in the past who came from like Arab households and like Muslim households, and they parents like mad strict. Alright, so we was salty. It had cut off. You know, I guess my camera automatically stopped recording at 30 minutes. So we just gotta re-record the outro. So as I was saying, I'm gonna put this link to my guy channel, my cousin channel, in like the description. KillaRon.
KillaRon.
Make sure you subscribe, because it's gonna be lit. It said heavy hitters only. Heavy hitters only. I want, you know, I'm just
heavy hitters.
Probably gonna be having a whole bunch of different people doing YouTube that you'll be seeing in my videos. And he gonna be one of them for sure. His channel finna be lit. Take off. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Turn the post notifications on for both of us, because you don't want to miss a single video. Finna get real consistent. I'm not playing. We not playing here. The conversation we had today, his drive is crazy. This man hungry. It's gonna get crazy. But yeah, make sure you do that, and we're gonna catch you on the next video. All right, be smooth.
Peace.